What's good, world? Marty A. Johnson here. Hi, Charlene.
Hello, how are you?
Everything's good. Um, well, it's another edition of the Marty A. Johnson Show. We're gonna flip the script tonight, but we have real good conversation on this platform.
Yes.
First I was a little nervous. I thought he was gonna make history. I thought he was gonna be the first guest to do a no show on us.
Oh, okay.
I was like,
I'm glad he showed up.
and then I would have to send Joe an email and say, Joe, what's going on with AROCK? But he's here. So Charlene, he may not be. See, Charlene, you're in for a treat because our people may not be familiar with him, and he definitely is. I'm gonna play a clip, then I'm
Okay.
gonna let him in. You know, I gotta have receipts here.
Yes, most
It's good.
definitely.
It's nice. It's a real nice setup for him.
All right, let's go.
So look, let me give a nice introduction first. So this gentleman here, from the San Diego, the West Coast, he is the CEO and founder of his own record label. Um, I was very impressed when I did my research. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfect. Um, since the age of 12, started off as a DJ. He transcends in the world of entertainment, and he is entrepreneur.
Yes.
He's an innovator, and we're gonna have him here. And we're gonna have some great dialogue. So, what do I need to call you? Do I need to call you AROCK? Do I need to change my caption?
AROCK is fine. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, I'm Marty. How you doing?
Marty, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. This is Charlene. Charlene, say hi.
Hello, hi, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Hey, good. Nice to meet you.
First off, I want to shout out the ladies. I want to shout out. I call them Joe and Jay. We've been working with them for about 3 years now, with a host of people, and really dope people. Did they tell you anything about us, or they just said, "Come do this interview"? They tell you anything about us, or they said, "Come do this interview with Marty A. Johnson"?
No, they give us a background of like the show and who you guys have interviewed in the past, and then yeah.
Okay, what made you say you want to do it? I'm nosy.
There was an extensive amount of artists that you guys have interviewed. Yeah.
Nice. So I really wanted to dive in and talk really more about you. I was really impressed. Hold on, are you in San Diego right now? Where are you right now?
I am. I'm in San Diego.
Nice. So you were definitely a native, and once you had success, you stayed home, so to speak.
So somewhat, yeah. So our main office is in LA.
Okay.
But we did start off in San Diego, had our first office in San Diego, and then after 8 years, we ended up opening up in LA.
Nice. Well, AROCK, take me back, please. So my viewers and my people, so me and Charlene can really get to know you, because I can sit here and tell you a whole disasaurus, but it's about you. So give a quick background about yourself, please.
So how I started BPM or just me in general?
For you in general. Oh, we want to know about the person who we have here. Because like I said, I know you started off in the business really as a DJ in the beginning at a very young age.
Yeah. So for me, I was introduced to music at the age of 12,
Okay.
and basically the way that went down is I walked into a middle school dance for the first time, and I was just inspired by the way the DJ was controlling the crowd,
Absolutely.
and that's when I realized, I said, man, like music has a connection to people's feelings, and
Hmm.
music connects with people in many different ways. And so I was motivated and driven by just like I didn't know what a DJ was. Like I didn't know at that time like who was the guy behind,
Mm-hmm.
making the crowd move. And so
Mm-hmm.
after that, I started doing some research, got my first piece of equipment right away because I was young, so I had to tell my parents, hey, like this is what I want to do. I want to buy this. I want to get to learn what a DJ is. And luckily, I was very fortunate that my parents were very supportive when it came
Okay.
to
Nice.
getting into different hobbies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's really how I was introduced to music and how my that was where my that was like I guess my entrance to the music space and just getting involved more with DJing at the
Right.
local family events and DJing for friends and having after parties at my house after the school dances and all that. So that
Nice.
was
Nice.
early 2000s, 99 to 2000.
But music really has no color, no variation. For each record that you play, 3 minutes, it seems like you're in your own little world. Leave your problems at home, and you just people feel so free. And I like some DJs really don't have that crowd control. You know what I mean? They just throw on a record, think they're just gonna move a crowd. I'm like, no, you gotta have some skills, know what the people want. So, what made you just say, um, I'm gonna leave DJ and leave that alone to really try to transcend to something else?
Yeah, so early on, I was always into marketing, always into branding, and that led me to start creating a successful career very early on in the
Mm-hmm.
DJ space. I started working for a local radio station, one of the main local radio stations
Mm-hmm.
out here in San Diego, which was always a dream of mine to be on the radio, right?
Absolutely.
And as I'm working in radio, I realized that my job was just it just felt like the whole process was just very outdated. I was receiving the music via email, working with some of the biggest labels in the world, and yet they're distributing everything via email. And I said to myself, this doesn't make sense. I have to figure out a better way for me to retrieve the music and discover the music. And
Mm-hmm.
and then so that was one reason why I just wanted to find just how to make my workflow much easier just for
Mm-hmm.
me. And then a lot of DJs would look at me for certain versions that I would play on the air,
Mm-hmm.
because I was making a lot of those myself. And so I would make those songs, those versions to be able to sound different. So whenever I would be mixing live on the radio, I would want my show to sound different.
You want to be
And so
different from
that,
stand up from the pack and all that. Like, oh,
yeah, yeah.
you're from the era. You're my 99. Well, we're about the same age. So you're from the 99, 2000. I'm thinking West Coast, like the Chingy era. I'm throwing people out from the early 2000s. Chingy, Nelly, because I see you big on hip hop. I see
Ja Rule,
Ja Rule,
Ashanti, yeah.
all that there. Did you get any backlash really from like the labels and the people? Because sometimes the label wants you to play how they want it. You know what I mean? Sometimes labels don't like that. Do you get any you get in trouble from doing that?
You're saying when I used to work in radio?
Yeah, when you try to take a record and switch it around to make it your own.
It's interesting depending on the label, right? But
Okay,
it was actually it would work in their favor because the record would actually be played on the mix shows. Um,
got it.
I'll give you an example.
Please.
There was I think it was Lady Gaga at the time. I don't remember if it was Lady Gaga or there was just a record that was just R&B,
Mhm.
and they wanted to play it during the mix shows, 5 o'clock, lunch hour, weekend mix show. And as a DJ, it did not make sense to basically go from 125 BPM, which is an up-tempo
Mhm.
song, to an R&B record. It would just kill the energy.
Yep.
And so, in order to get that record played, the only way that would make sense was to deliver a DJ, hey, here's a dance version of this record,
Yep.
which will still hit BDS, and you'll get your spins, promotion department, you'll get the spins that you're looking for. And labels to this day love that, right? So
Mhm.
labels to this day, promotional departments are still sending out, hey, here's an edit that you can play on your mix show. So I guess it just depends on the label, you know what I mean?
Okay. You're very, very musically inclined, I see. So how do you get your inspiration as far as music? So what do you like? You're pretty much like a gumbo. You can pretty much tap into any music genre. I see. You're not really stuck in a box. And I really like that about you.
Yeah, you know what's interesting is that more and more I've been realizing that I'm in a very unique position
You are.
because oftentimes you see people either, hey, like you're the guy that has all the resources in the urban department. Hey, you're the guy that has all the resources in the electronic dance music
Mm-hmm.
and so forth. And I'm in the middle of just being able to work with everybody, and anybody from the Latin industry, the dance
Yep.
music industry, and urban and so forth. And it's just, I'm very blessed and humbled to be in that position and have a product that everybody really gravitates to and needs access to, right? So yeah.
You are one of the few. Seriously, not even okay. I'm assuming you're not citizenship. So what do you? So you like Latin is your background, certain your family and everyone.
Yeah, Hispanic, Latin,
Okay.
Mexicans.
Do you feel that? And look, we're minorities too, so let's have real talk here. Do you feel that you don't get the Charlene? You know how it is being a minority. You don't really get the recognition being Latino, Mexican, wherever your nationality. People associate themselves with. Sometimes they see Spanish. Sometimes, no disrespect, there's always a phase, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like this is popular. You're popular right now, but no longevity. How did that make you feel? One, to still be doing it and the hurdles that you have. First, the hurdles, please.
To be honest, for me, I've never had any of that stuff like
Okay.
discourage me or just even paid attention to it because I feel like I'm just driven by the vision and the goal. And so I just stay laser focused on what it is that I'm trying to achieve and just don't really let anything get in my way, right? So um, I don't think I've had much,
Keep talking.
much experience. I mean, I had like some moments where it's like people don't know who's behind the product, you know what I mean? And they
Mm-hmm.
might have, but I think in the end, product speaks for itself, and I think by providing the best product,
Mm-hmm.
then people just absorb it. Doesn't matter who's the creator or
Most definitely.
Music,
Most definitely.
good music and good relationship has no color. None.
That's true.
I mean, and you see it right now, especially with Latin music growing so big, Bad Bunny being the number one artist in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
everybody from different cultures just really, really, they're fans of his music, and it's good to see because, like you said, music is a universal language, right? So.
I like that. I really, really like that. So I want to talk really more about BPM. Tell me what made you. How did you find? Tell me how that come about, please.
Yeah, so after I was on the radio, I decided, I said, you know what, like I gotta find a way to create a platform that can uh allow DJs to discover,
Mm-hmm.
download, and browse through new music that the labels are pushing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started, developing a BPM. But one of the biggest things is how do we make it different?
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing was that most DJs were looking at me for exclusive content. And so that was my turning point where I said, I can either try being the superstar and trying to build my own career and trying to be the one that sounds different from
Mhm.
everybody else, or I can help them become the superstars by providing the exclusive content. And that's where I basically pivot and I decided to just go all in on this product and take a step back from the stage, I guess.
That is
And
true of it.
yeah,
AROCK, I don't know if the ladies told you, I'm nosy. So, how do you get all your funding and money and all that? This is Marty H. Jump
great.
Show. I ask the real questions here. Because you know why?
Yeah.
Because there's other people, but I'm mainly talking about there's other younger people look at you and say, well, he transcends so much, and voila, people just think it's a finished product and just see BPM and say, how we get all this so fast? Because you are young from what I researched about. So again, I have to be frank. Like, how do you get all your funding, or you really make all that money DJing?
It's actually going back to the first piece you said. I mean, some people to this day they think I'm part of the cartel.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I think it's just a joke they make out of it. Because I'm in San Diego, we're close to the border,
Yep.
and but some of my friends in LA, um, they be giving me a hard time about that. Um, no, really, I think well, I started off. So when I was DJing, I was DJing at at a young age,
Mhm.
right? And what really helped me just understand business,
Okay.
and I think this is important, was being a mobile DJ at a young age really helped me understand the importance of customer service and how to deal with people.
Mm-hmm.
Because as a DJ, and you made a good point earlier, is you're not just looking at playing any song, especially as a mobile DJ. There's a process when you're doing somebody's event. There's a process
Absolutely.
of how to treat the customer, how to deal with them, how to receive the request, how to
Mhm.
take their payments.
Mm-hmm.
And so the inner workings of that, doing it at a young age, really helped me understand how to conduct business early on. And then I was able to carry those trays later on.
That's right.
And a big thing for me was um, just reinvesting everything into the company and seeing the
Got it.
bigger picture. I was never a big party guy or anything like that, so I think most of the energy when everybody was out having fun, I was spending most of my time trying to build, my future really.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like I had the best of both worlds, right? I had to
Okay.
sacrifice early on. Yeah.
So
Wow.
so it seems like you're doing wonderful. You're doing really, really well. You're doing very well. Artists. No, first I'm gonna really talk about the DJs first. I'm sorry. Before I talk about DJs today, DJ Khaled. I just use him for an example. I'm gonna say early 2000s. They really didn't get that recognition as much as today. But DJ Che are just as big, if not bigger than artists. Do you feel that's a long time coming? Because I really feel DJs should really go hand in hand. Far as the artistry, do you feel DJs should get that same recognition as an artist, or no? Since you were a DJ or still are.
Um, I think so. With BPM, what we're trying to build is we're building an ecosystem where we started off as a platform for DJs, but
Okay.
we then evolve into sounds for producers, and we continue to build products that cater to the music creator, because our thing is we're seeing that everybody needs, when it comes to music creation, everybody needs each other, and in the end it's one world, just different positions in the same game that everybody's trying to play. And so how do we ensemble all those pieces together? And that's what we're building here at BPM. But to answer your question, I mean, I think everybody it is at the same level, but they're playing in a different position, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mhm.
But in the end, I do believe is that everybody who's playing this game is contributing to the rest of the masses, which is in the end is how do you make a record successful? And
Yeah.
that's where you start looking at the journey of a record from the producer creating it to then the artist hopping on the song, and then the distributor, which will be a DJ playing the big role in the distribution aspect of it.
Yes.
And so everybody really just it just comes down to just everybody contributes to the success of a record at the end of the day, you know.
I understand, but I'm not an artist. Charlene is a former artist. What do you feel right now? Let's say I'm gonna use. I'm not gonna say no name. Let's say there's an artist out there that really don't have the vocal ability, don't have the talent and all that, but they have that great machine behind them without all the talent. How do you feel when some labels and DJs go that route and it's really focused more on the look, the packaging? How do you feel when labels go that route? Does that bother you?
No, it does not bother me because at the end of the day, the music industry is a business, right? And it happens in many other industries. You see it with fashion as well. Like sometimes, Balenciaga or Gucci might be selling a hoodie that the quality is dirt cheap, but just because it has the branding behind it, now it becomes a product, and
they pay
I
for
think, and they pay for it. So at the end of the day, I just think it's a business. Yeah, from a culture standpoint and musically inclined and all that, then yeah, if you start looking at stuff, but overall, you just start to understand that it's a business. Even in radio, like we had to understand like that it's a business at the end of the day. We can't just can't just go work for radio and then want to play whatever you want, right?
Yeah.
So you have to follow the guidelines and structure that the radio station has.
Definitely.
So.
Sean, what you gonna ask him? I'm about to be real nosy. But
I was going over some of your interviews, and you made a statement that just took me, because I feel the exact same way. You said surrounding yourself with the right people,
keep talking.
that it's necessary to surround yourself with people who are aligned with your goals and can take you higher. The company you keep can either keep you stagnant or push you forward. And you have to recognize the difference. And that's so, so very true. The company you keep, and how having people that know how to motivate you and you motivate them to take you to another level, as far, or someone that's just there trying to ride your coattails, like as a friend or whatever. um I really love that statement that you made, because it's really, really true. You have to surround yourself with people that are like-minded in order for you to move the direction that you need to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that relationships are important when it comes
Absolutely.
to the success, and it's not necessarily saying like you want to just surround yourself around people that you can benefit from, right?
Or
Cool.
yes,
Um,
man.
not in that way at all, but I was just talking to my wife about this, is that like lately I've been finding interest in hanging out with younger generation, the 21-year-olds, the 23-year-olds, and I find it very interesting because one, they're extremely advanced
Yeah.
for their age, and two, I cannot like buy my age back, and so what I can gain is the knowledge that they have, and they can take
Hmm.
me into that space.
They keep you in tune and they keep you relevant on what's going on
Exactly.
in the streets.
Exactly.
Exactly. So I think it's important.
I do.
You as the CEO of your life, it's important to be able to just being able to just analyze what you have in front of you and just figure out what's going to be the best decision for you. But I mean, I have friends from different ranges and all types of age demographics and and different levels of industries too.
I love that you said that, because I seen that. I was like, you're not, don't take this wrong way. And you see the word CEO, I think of CEOs as stuffy. You're not that type of dude. And I really
No.
commend you, because You can be in. We're talking real conversation here. You're with the black people. You're with the Spanish people. You're with the regular workers, the CEOs. You're for everybody. Like I see you move and shake with everyone, and I really,
Yeah.
I really, I was like, oh, he's my type of people. Like
Yeah.
you're not on a, you're relatable in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So I really commend that. How do you put your team together? How did you find out who really is really for BPM? How do you really put your real solid team together? You know, I talk about the people on the roster.
Yeah. For sure, it's a work in progress. I would say it's still, you know, it's a right now we do have some of the best people we've had over the course of 10 years, but it was definitely a learning experience going through the trial and error. Starting off when we first started off, started with the younger generation and realized real quick that experience was very important to us long term. And as we continue to grow the company, we then have the budgets to be able to hire people with more experience, people that are a little bit more mature, and it was just a growing process, and it was try and error. I didn't find the team
Yeah,
that we have now overnight, you know.
I definitely. What do you feel that you as a CEO can bring to the industry that everyone is lacking? Because someone see hear about BPM, they'll be like, "Where's that? Is that BMG or?" No, seriously, people might get it mistaken. If I say I'm with you, people might say, "What's this?" So how do you differentiate yourself to stand out from other entities?
Nah. Well, I mean, in the space that we're in, like people really like they recognize us,
Okay.
like just by the name. Um, Now we just went through a rebrand. So we rebranded our whole entire look and branding. And so now bpmmusic.io, if you go on the website, like you'll be able to just understand that we have a suite of music products that cater to music creators, and that's kind of the new way going forward for us. It's just branding music products for music creators.
I feel like you guys are ahead step of the game where you're thinking long term, you're thinking ahead. Is that correct? From when I did my research, it seemed like you guys are looking at the long term. You guys are pretty much people gonna peep your game and they need to catch up. Honestly, I want to play a game with you because who do you listen to right now? Who do you listen to? The last record you just played, the last song you just played is like, oh, this is my thing right now. I don't care what music genre. Who is it?
Yeah, I would say between Drake and Bad Bunny. Like I bounce back between those two, their latest albums. Um, but I'm all over too, right? So it just depends what mood I'm in.
So I seen that you. Is this true that you be signing artists and all that, or no? Who's all these artists that I seen?
Um, so we don't have a label just yet, but it's something we're looking at.
Okay,
Um, we have we have played a big role in some hit records on just the production side of it.
like who? Someone
Uh,
that we might know. Tell me who.
so like Daddy Yankee
Okay,
and Pitbull, Daddy Yankee and Pitbull's two of the latest song. Our team ended up producing the records for them. That one of the records they actually discovered it inside our platform, and then they decided that they actually liked the instrumental and they wanted to release it. So
so you're doing well. What advice do you give to the next CEO, up and coming person? What advice would you give to them? Someone else trying
the
to put
big
their situation together. What advice would you give to that person?
I would say the biggest thing is never give up because you don't know how close you are to your goal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've seen it, and another thing too is you just never know. Well, you don't know how long things are just don't happen overnight. And if you look at the just the track record for like Jeff Bezos or
Mm-hmm.
Elon Musk, a lot of these guys have a track record of building successful
Mhm.
products prior to these ones. And so it's not like, hey, I'm gonna make this great product overnight. Like people have been like oftentimes, when I tell people my story, they don't know that I used to produce music for a lot of the big DJs here in San Diego. They don't know I used to, DJ for radio. And
Mhm.
so it's like there's always been that hustle and that grinding for years and years, and
I really like
um
how humble you are. I really do.
thank you. Thank you.
That's a really important trait as well when you're trying to conduct business.
Well, my last question is: how you balance being a CEO and a family man?
I'm still trying. I'll say that.
Okay.
I try. I
Beautiful
feel like
family. How you balance it?
well, I feel like I do it just as much as like even in business, right? Like I feel like I distribute the attention and the love with everybody. It doesn't matter who it is. So with that mindset is like I make sure, hey, my kids are not getting the love they need, or my wife is. But the same applies in business. I'm the same way, right?
Okay.
So it doesn't matter who it is. Like I try to apply that attention as well.
Do you consider yourself a workaholic?
I was. I think I'm at a stage now where I have a great team,
Mhm.
and I'm getting better at just being able to delegate most of the stuff. Um, but sometimes you do want to make sure I was watching an interview by one of the architects that created Hudson Yards in New York City, and he said something that has stuck to me. He said, in order to make great products, you gotta be there throughout the whole entire process to make sure that it gets done from start to finish exactly the way you want it to be. And I feel like in the end, like if you want to make great products, you're gonna have to be there till the end and not just delegate it to someone, because then that's where things pivot.
Absolutely.
All can get dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play a game with you, Charlene. If you need my help, I'm gonna help you. It's a game called Either Or. I want to test your knowledge.
You,
I just want
you
to see.
you got it. You got it
I
tonight.
got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna test your knowledge. Basically, I want to get your musical taste. I want to pick your brain on certain things. Here's an example, Charlene. If I say strawberries or grapes, you pick which one.
Strawberries,
Charlene, if I say a BMW or a Mercedes, you'll say which one.
Mercedes.
Okay, that's the game. Got it. But I'm gonna switch it up with music. So
Okay.
look, I see you're a big connoisseur in all music genres, but I'm gonna test you out on some hip hop. So if you had the choice right now, go to hip hop concert of Cameron or Jim Jones, where you going?
I say Cameron.
Okay. Last year they claimed Versus is coming back. Um, and if there's a versus between So Def and Bad Boy, who you think got it?
That's a good one.
Mm,
I would say, that's a good one. I don't know.
either or, who you think we gonna rock with?
There's no wrong answer.
I will say Bad Boy.
I think Bad Boy too, but I think JD might come out with the Mariahs and the Ushers, but Puffy got hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you go with Bad Boy. Okay, so since you're from the 92,000, would you hold on by In Vogue or Weak by SWV?
What do you mean? Say it again.
Music. If you had your
Uh-huh.
choice, music, and you want to hear Hold On, let's say you're stuck on the elevator for 2 hours, you're going to listen to Hold On by In Vogue or Weak by SWV. Would you rather play for 2 hours so you get out the elevator on rotation?
Hold on.
Oh, nice. Let me go back to the hip hop. Redman, I think Redman is underrated.
Hmm.
If you had to go to a Redman concert or Benny Siegel.
I'll do Redman for sure.
All right. Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole?
Ooh. Ooh.
It's a good one. That's
I
a
know what
good
I'm gonna
one.
do. Kendrick
I,
Lamar.
I,
You can't
I
go with
would
either
say
one. You can't go wrong.
I would say Kendrick.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go.
But J. Cole's also good, of
You can't go
course.
wrong either one. Let me go to some
Yeah.
people that I'm gonna give you a couple more. I'm gonna go with people that have been on this platform before. Darnell Jones or Case. They go to a show.
I would say Donald Jones. Yeah.
Okay, two more. You like Mary J. Blige? Mary J. Blige, the My Life album or what's the 411? I know you know both of them classic albums.
I don't remember the name of the albums, but
Okay,
what was it?
I'll switch it up then. Tony Brown.
You know what though? I remember the 411. I
Okay.
remember the 411. Was it that light blue color, like
Yep,
the light
that's it.
colors? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that's my life. That's my life. That's my life. That's my life.
Is it My Life?
Yes. When the light blue on and with the hat on, that's my life.
Yeah.
That's back when people had that's when people had albums and records back then.
Yes.
I know.
My era for real.
Michael or Prince?
Ooh.
I would say Michael for sure. I've never been a big fan of Prince, not as much as, like compared to Michael. I would say Michael.
Okay. Let me get a good one here. Lady Gaga or Madonna?
Madonna.
You can't go wrong with Madonna. What is next for you? Because it seems like you're really, really busy. What is next on your plate that you're working on right now?
Well, I had a lot of projects that I was working on, but this year I want to focus all my energy into BPM. That's really what I want to focus.
Okay.
I feel that we have a lot of great stuff in the pipeline, and I think now's the time where my team needs me the most. So I'm gonna really double down on BPM and just laser focus on finishing those products.
Well, how can I be a part of this? Do I need to call the girls up, Joe and Jay, and say what I need to? Because Charlene, we do come to LA pretty frequently.
Yeah, we do.
Where are you guys from?
We live in the East Coast in North Carolina, but the show travels a lot. As you see, we work with a lot of artists and stuff. So we try to look when there's a situation. I got no problem coming.
Yeah. We have some great events that we're going to start putting together. In fact, I should. Do you guys know Torre from SiriusXM?
Yes. He does Charlene, he does interviews and stuff like that. He does all the interviews and he used to be on I'm showing my age. He used to be on MTV back in the day. I don't know if you know that.
MTV or BET?
BET, I'm sorry, here I go.
BET, yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm familiar with his work.
Yeah, T's a good friend of mine. He actually became part of our advisory board, so he's part of BPM.
So what did he do? What BPM? What did he do for you?
He's an advisor, so we'll put together like quarterly meetings so that we can discuss projects and just advices and all that. But I've known T for a couple of years now. We have a great working and friend relationship, and
Good.
he was just telling me he has some events coming up where they go over albums, which I feel like you guys would like this a lot. They go over, let's say, like a Mace album, right? And then they'll bring in a couple songwriters or producers from the album, and then they'll go over the whole entire album and the thought process behind it in person, though.
You do that. We do that all the time. We do that all the time on the show, as you notice. Did you really do the research on us, or the girls told you? Probably go the girls. Did you do your own research on us, or they told you?
They sent an email. They sent the email with.
But no,
yeah.
that's what we do all the time on the show. We have we had everyone from everyone, like Wayne been on the show, Keisha Cole been on the show, Ray J been on the show. This season, 112's coming back. So yeah, we will get Mace on the show. We'll do it.
Yeah.
So when's the next time you want us to? When's the next time you're gonna do it?
Well, I'm not doing it. He does it.
Okay.
Torre. So he was telling me about it. And he has a couple of them in Atlanta and then a couple of them in New York that he's going to be doing.
Okay, when's the next one? When's the next one on the East Coast?
I think it's in December.
AROCK, don't give me Hollywood talk right now. I'm serious. Because I can come over there and we can make something happen.
Yeah.
Like, all seriousness. Because we do that. We literally do that every week on the show. Like literally.
Oh, nice.
We do that. We don't care if you're a mainstream artist or an up and coming artist. Industry artists always send us stuff. The girls from Escape, Candy and Tiny, they had a single release. They send it to us because we're the tastemakers. Like, hey,
absolutely,
Marty, send me your record because they know we're gonna tell it on the show.
Yeah.
They know we're gonna give us the real feedback. We don't care who you are.
Yeah.
So no, we have no problem coming out there. It's gonna be this year, right? In December
of this year, and then he has one coming up, I think this Thursday, which is tomorrow. Yeah. I think that one's in Atlanta or New York, one of those.
Well, we're coming to LA. We're coming to LA in February, but I have no problem making something work though. We can schedule something. No.
Yeah, whenever you guys are in LA, you're more than welcome to stop by our office and let me know ahead of time.
I'm coming ahead of time, and I'm gonna have the cameras rolling.
Nice.
I'm gonna say, where's AROCK at?
Yeah, please let me know, so that way we can go out to dinner or something.
Absolutely.
There's events that we put together at our office from time to time. We used to do them more frequently, but with COVID, everything kind of slowed down, and now little by little we've been bringing them back on. But we'll put together, like we did a Reasons album, like he came out with TDE, and then we did a whole album launch party and all that in our office in LA. So we do a lot of cool stuff like that with labels all the time.
Well, I'm glad that we actually finally connected. I'm glad because we had schedule conflicts in the beginning. Mm-hmm. I know we were trying to line our schedules together because the ladies was trying to coordinate our schedules to talk and all that. I was like, okay. Mm-hmm. I was like, well, every day he said you can do it, we're gonna talk.
Yeah. I was traveling. I was staying in New York for the past like a month and a half. I was staying out there in New York.
We were just in New York. That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But please have your people reach out to us, and we would love to be part of your events.
Charlie, I know the ladies. Yeah. So we'll definitely make.
I'll write my emails here in case you don't have them. There's a typo on the second one.
AROCK.com. Do I need to get your the direct number? I don't want to go to 18 publicists and assistants. I'll give you my direct information.
Yeah, I'm typing in my cell phone right here.
Too. Yeah, I'll give you my real number. Perfect. I'll give you my real number. Here's mine. So I don't need to talk to the girls. Your people don't need to talk to my peoples. You and I can text directly. That's my number. Yeah. Okay. So your people don't have to. I'm gonna lock you in my phone right now.
Yeah.
So that's me right there. That's my number. And then when I hang up with you, I'm gonna I got it. I'm still gonna follow you on Instagram though. So we can still, like I said, perfect. I got it. We'll go through the chain with your people talk to my people, but we can talk directly and we can confirm the dates. And I have no problem making stuff happen. And if you need me to be like a consultant for the people in the background, I'm available. And and I got my peoples already ready. I'm ready. What are you doing in February?
Cool.
My last question. Here I go.
Um, February is one of the months I spend majority of the time, like either at Park City or Big Bear, because I like to snowboard a lot.
Okay,
Uh,
So we spend most of the time like in either Park City or Big Bear.
okay, perfect. So
So,
look,
have you
I'm
guys ever been to Big Bear?
no,
uh,
no,
Yeah. If you guys ever want to go, we have a house up there. More than welcome to stay, so you guys could
perfect.
explore it. Yeah.
wow, that's nice. Thank you.
Look, where's Big Bear at? Here I go. I don't even know.
It's east like LA Rancho San Bernardino area. Just
Okay,
like east
so
side up the mountains.
okay, so I'm gonna come when I come there. I'm staying an extra few days, and I text you, and then we're gonna do lunch or dinner or something like that. We're gonna hang out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'm glad we connected. We should tell the world your social media and all that.
It's at AROCK. So Instagram is what I use the most. It's just at AROCK. Um, and then my website is AROCK's World, AROCKS world.com.
Perfect. You're great. I'm so glad we finally able to connect and all that. Hold on. How are we here? Are we okay? Are we all right? So
No, you're great. No, you're great.
so when you talk to the girls, I call them the girls. When you talk to the girls, tell them I didn't I wasn't too mean to you. No,
No, no,
no,
no.
no, but it's been a pleasure. We definitely gonna be talking. We're coming actually in. I think we're gonna be coming this year, but we can do something with Torrey. We can set something up in Atlanta, something like that, or New York. But we can definitely connect next time we come to LA, and we'll text each other directly. Then our peoples will get everything together. Okay.
Yeah, let me know. Text me. Let's find a time to talk more next week and see what we're gonna be doing activations
Okay.
in different cities. So there may be a play for us to work together
There you go.
in your city.
Perfect. I'll text you. Look, I got kids too. We'll talk after Halloween. How about that?
That works.
After the first, we're doing our season finale because I know you know Anthony Hamilton. He's coming on the show next week. We're
Okay.
doing that, and plug me in with someone to come on our 200th episode because 112's coming, Men's is coming. I'm telling her, and Shanice is coming. I'm telling her now. Shanice is coming, and a couple other people. So we're gonna connect after that. But if you want to plug me in with someone to hop on the show, even after the fact, we can make something work.
Okay, cool. That works.
So look, we're gonna talk more off camera. First of next week, sometime next week. I'll text you and we'll set a time we can at least chop it up in politics and we can find a date that can work. Okay.
Sounds good.
So it's been a pleasure. Thank you so. Look, here I go. I definitely appreciate. We'll definitely be talking.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Look, and congratulations. What are you about to say? Go ahead.
No, thank you. Thank you both. You guys were amazing. It was nice meeting you both and then I look forward to working with you guys.
We're gonna work.
Yeah,
We're definitely gonna work. So thank you. Have a good night and all that. But look, it's sunny California. It is only 6 o'clock. It's dinner time. So I'm hanging up on him. Now, if I got your number, I'm gonna text you after sometime next week. We'll set a time that both of us can talk off of here.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a good night. Talk to you soon.
You
Good
too.
night.
Bye-bye, guys. Good night.
Good night.
I'm gonna make him spend that bag.
No,
So what?
Marty, that's big. Marty,
We're not here live for.
Marty,
Look,
Marty, listen. We're
call
gonna
my
take
phone.
okay.